Hello everyone, this is Justin Rollo here for Poker Savvy. This is part 2 of a live series on a Monday. We have a $1,000 Freezeout down here in the lower right hand corner, a $150 Freezeout in the lower left hand corner, $100 Rebuy in the upper left, and a $150 Freezeout in the upper right. From part 1 you can see we have less chips here in the $150 Freezeout, mainly due to the fact that we got into kind of a raising war post flop with this guy on an ace 10-8 board. We had king queen, thinking he was just we checked, and I had a backdoor flush draw and obviously the gutter, and he ended up putting in a fairly large bet on the flop, but he's actually folded a couple times to me already, or raised me a couple times already. So we've had a little history. One of the times was in the part 1, and a couple times weren't in part 1 of this video. And I ended up 3-betting him that, it committed me to call when he shipped, and I called, and he had ace-queen. And other than that, we haven't really done anything too crazy. But it definitely goes kind of against the idea that we shouldn't get into these huge confrontations early. We did just knock out a player with 500 chips that was here, that we were down to about 1,200, so we've climbed back a little bit. But here, obviously, we have 4 tables going on screen, 3 more off screen. We'll definitely be doing this whole hour, which will end in around 47 minutes. So the first one was 35, this one will be around 45. And then what we'll do is I'll probably shut down the recording for the night until later. If we were deep in something, then we would probably pick it back up. But generally speaking, when I'm playing this many tables, I don't like to record because I can't focus on the hands as much as I'd like to. Alright, so Jack 9 here in the cutoff. We actually haven't opened one pot post rebuy period. And we don't have antes. Sometimes I would 3-bet, but again, as a general rule of thumb, and especially during my videos, I try to be cognizant of this fact. I'll sometimes do it if I'm in a kind of an aggressive mood, but I don't like to 3-bet too often without antes, because again, it goes down to something that I talked about when you're talking about blind versus blind really early in the tournament, or when you're talking about playing the button or playing the cutoff really early in the tournament. While position's nice when you're in the button and the cutoff, and it's something that you don't have if, say, it folds to the small blind and you have to open or fold, you have to risk the reward versus what you're actually risking. And a lot of times I don't like to 3-bet too light without antes, because again, that reward isn't quite the same as it is with antes.